All right, Mr. Dragon here again. Another cold one. Yeah, I made this quick. Head back inside. But yeah, continue on the business 101. Gonna look at a little different segment today, so we can take a look more at suppliers or partnerships. Yeah, however you want to start off there, because we did business name, concept, trademarking. So now it's time to look at the people who will supply you, either with the ingredients for your good or service, or the good or service, right? So yeah, so that's what we're doing today's. Right, so find a good supplier. How do you do that? So definitely you want to go into the real world. You definitely need to go in the real world, see who's doing what you want to do. So that means you need to create a list. Create a list of exactly what you want. Where it might be that, you want to do a high quality cookie, because we were doing cookies. So let's say I wanted to make a $40 cookie, right? This cookie has gold leaves. It's the bomb. You love it. $40 cookie. Yeah, so you go to your supplier, you know exactly what you want. You go to them, check and see exactly what they want, where it might be pricing, costs, whatever. If it is someone that you meet up with in real life, it would be easier to negotiate. It's a little harder if you're doing it online. People could back off. You might not hear from them. So if you have to do it online, stick out with it. You might have to use different or multiple people, because that lack of connection is going to be there. If you could find someone who's close to you who you could go and see in person, would definitely be easier. So think about that, how you want to meet with your supplier, or if it's a partner, whatever. Think about how you're going to meet with that person. Make sure to look like value and present yourself well. Sell yourself and you'll be fine. Yes, good point. So it's always good to have a good supplier. Well, sorry, good supplier. It's always good to have high quality product. It's harder to go from a cheap $2 product to $100 product than it is to go from $100 product to a $2 product. So you've seen the case studies. You have Apple, you have Tesla, others, Rivian. You know, they make a high end product first, like $40 cookie. Make sure you go there and buy it, and then later on they might do a low budget. And even though the low budget might be cheaper, that's where they make all their profit. So it works out better for them. They get the brand recognition first, right? People love them. Their product is awesome. It's amazing. Whatever, like my cookie, and then so when they get the notoriety, the masses now can buy the budget product, which would be cheaper to produce, cheaper to mass manufacture, and they love it because the brand has a recognition. So they go scramble and buy every single last one of it. So yeah, so that's how you should really focus yourself. If you're going to do a product or service, try to start with a high quality one and then go down from there. It's good to get that boost, that public figure. Yeah, good for your reputation of the business, for yourself. Yeah. First things first, though, with going to get a supplier, you're talking to the supplier, you know that you want to start with this product, it's going to be high quality or whatever. The first thing, even though you're doing all of that, what you want to do is start fishing. So you should be fishing at that time as well, because you need to know that you have demand out there. So start a website and have your product or service listed, and have some savings, so that you can put that out there to people. If it is working with a promoter, if you're good enough, you could work with platforms that you can advertise on, perfect. But I would, if you're starting off new, have $0 in the bank, work, save up, work with a promoter, get your product or service in the public's eye, and then look and see what your demand is. You see what your traffic is on that website, you see how much people are buying, then you will finalize your product with your supplier and put it out. You don't want to do it before. You don't want to finalize everything, buy stock, and then you don't know how much demand there is. You get messed up really bad. So even though you're talking with your supplier, you're working out stuff, you want to make sure you have that fishing out there, that website that's collecting data on your demand in the market, right? Very, very important. Don't do it. Don't buy stock before you know who is your client, if it's a service, or who are your buyers if you're making a product, right? Very, very important. Right. Also, if you do have $0, of course, let's say you do have $0 and you found a supplier or a partner, you're thinking, well, look, you don't have any money to put forward. It's not always an issue. If your product or service is really good, a lot of people will invest in you. If you sell yourself well, you show you have, you're bringing value to the market, you sell yourself well, and you let them know exactly what's what. If even if it is that you have to give them more money, but they invest in you, that's good. Okay. But I'm sure all of you out there are men, you got at least $4,000 in savings, right? Even if you don't have it right now, you could work, save up, make that $4,000 purchase, and get your product or service out there, right? So yeah, at least 4K to get started. That's what you need, right? So if zero and you want to get investment, get an investment. If not, work, save $4,000, right? Yeah. So that's the points today. So let's go over that again. You want to find a supplier. You've already trademarked. You have your name. You want to find a supplier. Your supplier should be in. It's better to find somebody in real life. You can talk, negotiate, do that stuff. If not, go online, have multiple people that you're talking to so that you can choose the best, right? Also, have 4K. If you don't have 4K, let your supplier or partner invest in you. And also, most important, make sure you have demand. So demand first. So make sure you have a website out there getting you data on how much people want your stuff and at what price points, if you can. And go out there and make a high quality product first. Get that reputation out there, and then go down from there, right? $100 product first, or $40 cookies in my case, and then go down, make a $2 box for the masses, right? So that's what you want to do. That's exactly what you want to do. If you like, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll come back with some more value.